We saw you early on, Riott Squad, and they had to, during the draft, they shifted you into your solo career. From there, obviously, now you are into the Judgment Day. Can you talk a bit about what that feeling was when you found out that they're taking you out of the Riott Squad, going on the journey alone, and then also to counter that, what it's like to join a group that's already had great success and still finding a way to fit in?
Yeah. When I found out we were going to be separated, the Riott Squad, we were obviously devastated.
Yeah.
I think, for a lot of reasons. One, when we got together, we kind of just were thrown together as like a makeshift group. And I didn't necessarily have like personal relationships with Ruby or Sarah. But we bonded and got along so well. And they just became sisters to me, to this day. And so it was so sudden and there was no inkling of it happening. And I feel like we felt like we had so much to do as partners. And we just loved each other, obviously, and we enjoyed our time together and we learned and grew so much together. So to kind of be taken out of that and thrown into like an unknown was scary. And I was upset, but I also was excited for the opportunity because I also like knew that I was considered like the weak link of the Riott Squad. And so now here I have this opportunity to kind of be by myself and prove myself. And so it was a very loaded scenario. But then to step into a well-established group that I didn't found in the Judgment Day, I think slightly different just because at this point in my career, I had come back from injury and I had like really like this newfound confidence that bestowed upon me in my time off that really just helped elevate myself to the next level. I feel like if you ask me what I was missing all kind of the past couple of years, I'd say just like that true confidence in myself to be a full-fledged star, to be able to go out there and to give that aura, to be confident in the promos, to deliver amazing matches. I wanted to so badly, but I don't know if I felt like maybe I would be able to get it all together. Kind of until I got injured and until I had that 6 months to really just sit with myself and develop. And, that's the most time I ever had off since I started WWE. I started when I was 20 years old. I've never had 6 months to not travel, to not be Liv Morgan, to not be on the road. I had more time with myself than I had in my whole adulthood. And so I just really benefited from that and just found like confidence and came back just so ready for whatever was going to happen. And so being to Judgment Day, maybe slightly like, how is this going to work? They're such an established group with Rhea, and I am the exact opposite of Rhea. And so how am I going to make this work? But I like to think, honestly, that I am like a little chameleon, and I can fit into anywhere, and I will make anything work. And so I was excited for the challenge. But look, it worked so beautifully. I love the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And you found love in the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
How about that? Another friend of the show, Dirty Dom's been on here.
I know, Daddy Dom, I know.
Now, a lot of people, they think that when they like to put together that, Dom kind of brought her into the Judgment Day. But, bro, if you remember, back when the Judgment Day was Edge, Damian, and Rhea, Finn Balor made her an honorary member of the Bullet Club for a night. So I completely blame Finn for bringing in there, bro.
Oh, you blame him?
He brought her in, bro. But now he wants to trip out on her.
There's lots of weird history. There's lots of weird history.
All over the place.
Was there a moment, Liv, that, as you said, you had time off and then you're trying to build the character and everything. Do you remember a particular moment where you sat there and went, oh, I think I got this.
There it is.
I think I got this.
Yeah, it was very easy to me because it was very real. Like Rhea really did tear my shoulder. And growing up, like I found WWE so early. in my life, and it kind of really helped me shape my life, because all I ever wanted was to grow up and be a WWE superstar. And so to be injured kind of at the peak of my career in that moment by Rhea, who I had to watch as I sat home for 6 months after tearing my labrum, my rotator cuff, and my bicep, watching her ascend to like this level of superstardom, without a care in the world of my injury or what that meant for me. So the motivation was just obviously there because, like I said, these were all events that really took place. And so as I'm sitting home and I'm watching her, I'm just like, what am I going to do? What's my direction when I come back? And then it just like was like right in front of my face. It was so obvious. Like, I'm gonna fucking get back at Rhea Ripley. You know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get back at Rhea Ripley, and I'm gonna take everything that she ever loved because she took everything that I ever loved. All I've ever loved was WWE, and she took 6 months not knowing how I'd be when I returned, if I'd make a full recovery, what this meant for my career, because nothing is promised in WWE. Just because I left so well off doesn't mean that I'm gonna come back the same way, and so. It was just right in front of my face. And so I devised the Liv Morgan revenge tour right then and there. And I decided that I was going to take away everything she loved, which was the Women's World Championship, which was Judgment Day, which was Teddy Dom. And I took them all and I made them mine. And I ruined her.
No,
That is just so gangster,
bro. It's just like such a movie.
Everything you loved, and I took it. Okay, it's mine now.
I took it and I made it mine, and I made it better, bitch.
Watch new episodes of No Contest Wrestling every Wednesday or listen wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us at No Contest Wrestling Podcast on Instagram.